All right. What is up, my friends? I'm your host, Jay, and welcome to another amazing video where we're going to talk about the BitmainIPO. Yeah, we're going to talk crypto. So if you don't want crypto, tune into some more videos. As you can see, we're going to be changing the style up on the channel. Oh, I'm so excited for some new stuff we got for you. But today, we need to talk some bullshit. We need to talk about BitmainIPO. So let's dive right into it. I have not read the prospectus yet, but Samson, my man Samson here, Echelon, does a really good job all the time. And if you've been following along on the channel and following along what we've been talking about, Bitmain just continually making it up and falsely reporting and lying about what's going on with their IPO. Remember back in the slide deck, we pointed out that they had several firms that were supposedly involved and invested into the IPO. Turned out that they weren't, and this was true for I think 2 or 3 of them that were listed. They removed that. They rushed and pushed this through before October so that they wouldn't have to add in Q3 numbers, coincidentally. But we're gonna talk about some more stuff. Let's talk about some more stuff in this. Okay, he points out, and this is a really good point, erosion or loss of user confidence in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies could adversely impact our business results of operation and financial condition. If this were true, then why would they be jumping on? Why would, what's his name? Well, what's his name? There he is. Jihan Wu. Got him! Why would Jihan Wu constantly be taking Bitcoin Cash's side in all these social arguments and all the Twitter wars and all this bullshit? Why would he take a side at all if he knows that the loss of user confidence affects their brand, their company? Why would you do that? So this is what you would call a hypocritical statement. It means you say one thing, but you do another. And the actions have been provable to not align with this. This is also an integrity issue. This is just like fluffy talk, right, for the document itself. The next thing is that this has been documented by TechCrunch and a few others now, is that they attempted to hide their Q2 losses of 395 million. The next thing I want to talk about is, yes, this is my favorite point that I want to call out here. We account for cryptocurrencies at cost instead of revaluing cryptocurrencies at their fair value on each accounting reference date to avoid substantial volatility in the value of cryptocurrencies from time to time, which may distort our results of operation and financial condition. What this is basically saying is ex facto that in their balance sheets and everything that they're putting forth as reporting is at not all-time high numbers, but at very high numbers versus what current value is in the marketplace. So that's called fair value. So the fair market value is not correct. In the balance sheet, they are accounting for Bitcoin Cash at 2,000, which right now it's somewhere between 400 to 500, I think still. So that is something to be aware of. And I don't really know a better way of reporting this, honestly. I don't think it's fair to like chop them down and be like, yeah, that's like they're scammers, or like they are saying that they're going to do that and then they do that. But I don't know if they specifically call out like, we are taking into consideration Bitcoin Cash holdings at a $2,000 value. They don't specifically outline that in the prospectus, and I think they should if we're playing all above board in this game. So the holdings are just essentially inflated without really saying at what market value they're at. Does that make sense? There's an argument that even if you were to state crypto at fair market value, it would still be inflated because Bitcoin Cash is highly illiquid. In their cash flow breakdown, they put, however, the cryptocurrencies we hold are highly liquid assets that can be sold in open market to satisfy our liquidity needs. This isn't actually true, because if the order books are super thin, which they are right now for Bitcoin Cash, take a look at any exchange, they are super thin, they're not deep at all. That would actually tank the market completely. If they had to run and sell right now, it's not a highly liquid asset at all. Even Bitcoin actually arguably goes through this phase as well, that it is not that liquid, okay? The order books really thin out, and Bitcoin Cash, that's definitely true, and based on the exchange, that's 100% true. So based on the country and the amount of exchanges you have, the liquidity on the order books on that exchange itself, that's all something that, again, should be taken into consideration and should be explained probably better than it is. And I would definitely think that it's a stretch, almost a lie, to say that these are highly liquid assets. You could have just said that they are liquid assets. To say that they are that we hold highly liquid assets, I think is a bold-faced lie. In the pre-IPO deck, they stated that they had 887,000 Bitcoin cash. That's effectively 13% of the total supply. How is that liquid? You're telling me that right now you could dump 13% of the total supply right now if you needed it. You could dump that in the order books and it would not tank the price at all. It would not tank the coin at all. Bull. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is they have lumped it all together in their assets, cryptocurrencies, and I think that it would be way more fair to break down exactly the portfolio split, 13% Bitcoin Cash, however much percent of Bitcoin, however much percent of ETH, blah, 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 maybe 10% allocated to ICOs or whatever they're doing. Like, you don't even have to, I think it would be fair to say that you wouldn't have to specifically break it down all the way granular like that, but you got to give us more than this. You know, from an investment standpoint, why is this okay to just lump it all under cryptocurrencies? It almost seems like this is hiding bags and hiding that, because the pre-IPO deck and what they now have in the prospectus is completely different. They don't have the details broken down anymore. So I don't understand why you would do that. The next thing that really stuck out to me that I'll talk about in all of this, and I'll link to this whole thread, by the way, underneath the video so that you can check it out if you care to, and of course go through the prospectus yourself. But it says this: recent developments. In September 2018, we successfully launched our first generation of 7nm ASIC chips. In September 2018, we successfully launched. They did not actually successfully launch this. They just announced that they have new chips. It's not in production, it's not in the market, it's not out in stores, it's not available to buy. That is highly misleading. We successfully launched our first generation of blah, blah, blah ASIC chips.
You did not.
You did not actually launch those. You got to really watch what you say. That's how you can get yourself into trouble really, really quick with SEC and other, you know, regulatory bodies all around the world, depending on what country you operate in. As an ICO, as an altcoin project, you can't just make a statement like that if it's not true. You can't just say, we successfully launched our first generation of ASIC chips, and you didn't actually do that.
That is a lie.
Which, a really substantial lie. Like, why wouldn't you just state that you successfully launched the idea of it, or you successfully announced it? Crazy, really crazy, odd to me that some of these are like really substantial things that they're legally gonna be held accountable for in some sort of governing body, because they are flat out lies. That is really concerning, really concerning. So for anyone that has a crypto project or is looking at a crypto project, like, this is all stuff that should stand out to you as substantial. But with the ongoing drama and saga with BitmainIPO, now hopefully you're up to speed. All the relevant links will be underneath this video. 9 minutes, nice. In and out, 9 minutes. There you go, you're up to date. If you like what we're doing here on the channel, first time here, hit the subscribe button, bell notification, like button, comment with everything that you think and feel about this video underneath, of course, and be on the lookout because we got more content dropping on the channel very soon, my friends. See ya.